Sebastian, is it really possible to master Danish in just 3 months? And if so, how on earth do you actually do it? Well, wait no more, because in this video I'm going to give it to you exactly how I help 6 people achieve this. And especially one of my students who had the most remarkable results in just 3 months on my dedicated Danish course. So, all the 6 people that I've actually worked with, and I've worked with these 6 people since I started Danish with Sebastian about 1 year and 8 or 9 months ago, January 2024. They all have this one thing. Drum roll, please. Dedication. Okay? Dedication. And now you might ask, don't I have dedication? And I want to be honest with you, I don't think so. Because if you had dedication in terms of learning Danish, and by the way, it's important to understand what happens if we don't learn Danish. And I understand on the surface level, it may seem like you don't need Danish at all. You know, you speak English with your colleagues, you speak English with your children, or you speak English with your friends, and so on and so forth. But I don't believe that's what you really want. I believe that if you had the choice right now and you had the guide that could actually get you to speaking Danish fluently and having massive confidence in your Danish, you would choose that over only speaking in English, right? I thought so. Who doesn't? So, what really goes wrong when you are going to this pro school or DTU? I don't really know what they're called, okay? But you know, this is the governmental, like the government, like Danish program, or the, whatever you want to call it, okay? You know what it is I'm talking about. And you know, these schools, uh, they don't inspire you. I don't think that you go to this school and you feel inspired. You know, I might be wrong, but what I see is that 99% of people who go there, they don't actually master Danish right now. And they don't have a very, very good level in Danish of what I can hear. And I'm a Danish person, so I have an easy time, I would say, you know, seeing if someone is actually good at Danish or not. So I mean, if I can hear that 99% of people going to this, you know, these different like schools, language schools, if they are still having problem, you know, speaking to Danish people, making themselves understood, and now I'm struggling myself to make myself understood by, you can still, you still get the point, right? It like they still have trouble making themselves understood. They still have trouble understanding when Danish people speak in a natural rhythm. Like if I spoke with a friend in just a normal paced Danish conversation. And I mean, if 99% of these people, I can hear that they still don't have that level where they master Danish and they have massive confidence and they can go and have a conversation with me in Danish where they understood everything and where they could actually make themselves understood to me. And this is, by the way, just a very honest assessment from a Danish person. Like, I think I think there's really something wrong with these schools. Okay? And one of the very, very best things that you can actually do is to get a one-on-one teacher. Because when you actually go that way instead of going to a class where, and I don't know everything about it, but I know the attention is very split between the different students. It has to be because it's a group class. So instead of you getting attention sometimes only, your one-on-one teacher can give you exactly what you need, and he or she can help you fix your mistakes in real time fast like this. And actually, I had a student, and I'm not going to say his name, but I had a student, my second student ever. It was last year. And this man, he was absolutely 110% dedicated. Wow, man, it was insane. He was so dedicated. And this man, he made a decision on that call with me. Well, it was a webcam call, but on that call with me, he made a decision instantly. He said, Sebastian, can you do X, Y, and Z for me? Like, can you help me master Danish so I sound more Danish, so I can actually understand when people they actually speak to me, so I understand everything? And I said, yeah. And he didn't even, you know what really astonishes me? This guy didn't even ask me about price. Now, what does that tell you? Like, what can we kind of derive from this story? Well, we can derive that if you really have something that you want to change, and if you really have pain in your life, and this person clearly had a lot of pain, otherwise he wouldn't just get into my course. And by the way, I don't just accept anyone into my course. It's only the most dedicated people. So, and I helped him in 3 months actually sound more Danish. And I even have his testimonial because he got confused for a Danish person. I think this was 45, 60 days into the program. And yeah, I mean, I'm gonna make this video short now and I'm gonna cut it off. But the takeaway from this video is if you really want to master Danish and you haven't already mastered Danish and you're going to these public schools, like language schools, get a one-on-one teacher. What are you waiting for? It's gonna be the absolute best investment, because if you don't do it, you're missing out on very good paying jobs. You're missing out on amazing Danish friends. You're missing out on the feeling of feeling more connected, feeling more home in Denmark, feeling like you belong in Denmark. You feel empowered in Denmark. You have so many opportunities just waiting for you. And if something else can do that for you, and maybe it costs a little bit more, but what's the price of not doing it? I mean, feeling lonely, not understanding when your kids speak Danish, not feeling safe, so on and so forth. I mean, is it really worth it?